Hello everyone, welcome back to Boli Chali. Today we have here with us Mr. Abhishek Roy, one of a kind. A brief ma ho भन्नु हो भने Sheldon र Leonard combine गरेर चाहिँ Roy हुन्छ because he is doing theoretical physics and experimental physics together. So welcome to episode 6. We've all been together in NPA. We all grew up together, came up to the ranks together. So welcome to our channel, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Before you introduce yourself, I'll just want to give a fun fact, bro. थाहा छ Eden Hospital ma one day अगाडि पछाडि जन्मेको हामी, you know that, right? That is our parents came to know each other also, ni hai.
And then say we class 3 class 3 to class 12, right? Almost like 10 years. Then after that, suddenly we met in NP only, after that, like class.
First दिन भेट्दै हैन सबै जन्मदिन एकै क्लास 3
मा देखो 3 मा चाहिँ अन्त bro.
So like on the thank you so much for inviting me. Like it's already been 6th episode there, and Isat is like doing so much that your Darjeeling Untold and Sidema doing this thing also,
Totally, man.
And dentistry पनि गर्दै साइडमा है, managing all these things अब गर्दैको, and the football पनि खेल्दै छ हो साइडमा, going this weekend अब चाहिँ त्यस्तो टाइम म्यानेजमेन्ट चाहिँ कसरी हो अब हैन, अलिकति रिगार्ड्स है इसातको टाइम म्यानेजमेन्ट स्किल्सहरु हैन,
घर पनि सबै राखिरहेको छु पछाडिपट्टि त्यो सेटिङहरु मजाले
त्यस्तो चढाइदियो. Today's episode is about Roy Neal.
So what should we start like talking about, like what's asko Boli Chali
हैन. अब भन्नु हो भने नि अब in school, when we were in school हैन, अब you weren't that proper kind of guy ni हैन.
I started really like almost like if you go to like my class 6 or and all that, like grade 6 and all that, grade 7, like I was quite not below also average, like below, like I was not academically at all good, okay, but I found out like around class 7 and maybe around class 7, okay, like this physics thing is like quite very, very interesting, okay, and then after that I started like focusing just to understand, okay, and slowly it turned out, okay, as I grew up, my maths also went up, okay, and my physics also went up, and like my whole science went up, okay, and I like somehow I don't know, I felt like this is the thing I want to do in life. I don't know, like it's not everyone common thing, but to come out, to decide like this is something you want to do, but like early on only, like I like somehow felt like this is something I wanted to do, and and I'm like on the way of doing that. Like unexpected, like if someone would see me in grade 6, okay, I would not like estimate that I would be like getting in like into research and all that.
Then academics in short St. Stephen's Pune हैन, तेरो BSc
Ferguson College.
Ferguson College Pune. Thank IIT. Which IIT, bro?
IIT Jodhpur.
IIT Jodhpur.
He's been trying to ask something for a long time.
Class 7, 8 तिर नि फिजिक्समा के हो हाम्रो टपिक्स? I forgot.
Like we talked about like mostly like this one, like what we talked about, like we talked about this like air pressure, water flow or buoyancy. Newton's law, like Newton's law.
Gay-Lussac's law,
Gay-Lussac's law, gas laws or. But so you Vashista. So Vashista sort of you took till class 10, like science that class 10 you had taken,
I took science class 12.
Class 9 only you left.
Yeah. But class no, left in class 10.
Oh, class 10 after class 10.
10 मा हो bro, 10 मा हामी सबैजना
हामी सबै क्लासमा
क्लासमा थियो.
Yes, I remember. I took my
Shishir Khaling, it's like Shishir Khaling, we Pemasang, everyone were in the same class, no?
Sixth subject I took it as economics. Yeah, now I remember.
Even me.
6 subjects I taken arts.
मेरो त इको थियो
What
यसको त
Vashista
यस्तो त आर्ट थियो नि त इकोनोमिक्स थियो नि हामी तीनजनाको तेरो चाहिँ आर्ट थियो
But okay,
भन्नु
yeah, that was also very like taking art. Okay, like everyone was like conventional, you should take like computer science or like economics or this or that, But I took something. I had no idea. Okay, like taking art. Okay, would broaden your perspective. Okay, as a as a human being also, and also like it will add colors to your life, which other subjects cannot actually add. Yeah, that was like something nice.
It's like
plus Alan's
अरु
so
सब्जेक्टहरु
cool,
पढ्नु पर्ने but like art is something that you can express through express yourself
really expressed. Yeah, that was like some of the best like
there's no formulas, there's no guidelines, there's no rules type it's like what you want to do
So bro
it's been a long
this
time,
one
yeah
since
this economics thing like so do you think like the sorry
yeah good
yeah to economics like just this economics scheme okay the school what we learned economics okay and like do you think it was impactful like to get a general understanding of how money works okay how society works that
bro त्यति बेला पढ्दाखेरि त पास हुनुको लागि मात्रै पढेको नि त्यस्तो ब्रड पर्सपेक्टिभ लिएर त कहाँ लिएको इकोनोमिक्स
but it did give you a flavor like did it change your perspective like of how things work like demand supply chain that and all that
perspective त हल्का त्यो अब
supply and demand
I just remember demand and supply chain when demand goes down supply goes up I remember आदिको उता त I don't know
तर अब सब्जेक्ट देखि
yeah they taught us how it works but they taught us how to make money out of subject
but I feel like economics should have been a compulsory subject as opposed to a 6th subject or something it's as important as like other subjects like if you spend so much time learning about like Akbar and all that okay you should spend also time learning about how the compulsory in a way okay
what's relevant in day-to-day life
right how is world actually what is taking the world okay what is actually taking the world sorry for this interruption
bro besides that I just wanted to ask it's been a long time since we've met or got to know how you did in your college life and all of that after class 12 though we weren't in touch also you went your way I went my way guys went their way so all along man how has life been to you let's start over there
how's life been to you that's an interesting question but I see okay coming out like in school like we were all if you all agree or not okay we were like a closed family like protected family sphere this like a sphere of like I don't know about like Vashista and Isat because you went to class 11 12 Silguri we studied in Darjeeling okay and that NP environment is there still that protective environment okay and like quite a chill life right but as soon as you leave the doors okay first thing is was like I never left अब कहिले बोर्डिङमा त बसेन है हामी कहिले पहिला बसेको थाहा पनि भएन and suddenly I go from Darjeeling to Pune and that was like quite a change like completely 180-degree turn so first if I okay wow it's nice like I'm recalling but I feel like it did take time transition like what is happening like did you all experience like that how was your all experience how was sort of experience like
similar bro I was similar because to be very honest even in school life I was never I never was brought up in a very strict kind of a way I did whatever I wanted to do and all that so the freedom to some extent थियो मलाई हुन्छ नि so going out to college staying on my own also wasn't a problem हुन्छ नि but whereas अब तेरो लागि चाहिँ I think so अब to be really honest अब strict parents हुनुहुन्थ्यो होला तेरो as अब I think so
not strict parents also like I was like a homeboy okay like a
homeboy
घरमै बस्ने हैन अब यताउति
exactly
but
like that transition may have been difficult to you and also I wanted to ask you how were you able to play with the freedom that you got when you went to Pune हुन्छ नि
play with the freedom I was mostly like I was like, I got busy with life, like, like college, like, it's like difficult, okay, and taking science also is like difficult, okay. Uh, but I'm not proud about this thing, okay. In my third year, okay, my attendance was like almost like 5%, okay, which I'm not proud of, okay. Actually, yeah. Because I stopped liking the lectures, okay. Like, so my classes so I started studying on my own, on my own library. I started going. So like, त्यति बेलादेखि चाहिँ, but the freedom you say, like, uh, somehow, like, yeah, the thing was like people, okay, suddenly when they leave, like they get suddenly when you have given full freedom, it's like a lot of chance, अब के गर्नुहुन्छ मान्छेहरूलाई, त्यस्तो चाहिँ मलाई भएन, because I've seen many people around me, like suddenly full freedom पाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब they get completely lost, अब like indulge in a lot of like a lot of activities, like, and they do not do even it in a limited way, like uncontrolled way or more, uncontrolled way, त्यस्तो freedom पाउँदाखेरि अब no one even cares, okay. Like, it's not like NP, okay, that you should be in your path and all to check, keep checking you and all that, okay. The only people who'll be checking is your friends, okay. Friends who, yours, yeah, and yourself, and your friends who, as though they are like uh, someone who knows, they are also learning on their own, and how can you can tell you what to do is right, what's not to right. But somehow, luckily, I found very good friends, okay. My friend circles were quite nice, okay, and like, so it was quite an experience. Like, how was Isat Ko's experience? Like, I would want to know, like, suddenly, like you were like suddenly like going to, or a doctor, like, you come to Bangalore all the way, Siliguri taking Bangalore, and say,
अब हस्टेल लाइफ त हल्का 11-12 मा एक्सपिरियन्स गर्न पाएँ हैन, but after coming here चाहिँ अब one thing I learned in DPS was like they don't give a shit about you, क्या after you leave. अब हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो NP बाट they don't give a shit क्या अब DPS मा तँ जे गर्छस् गर, पढ्छस् पढ, नपढे नपढ टाइपको हैन. अन्त कलेजमा आएर पनि इट्स द सेम क्या अब.
so you got college life a bit early, मतलब experience.
त्यस्तै टाइपको. अन्त कलेजमा पनि अब त्यस्तै लाइफस्टाइल नै थियो क्या. अन्त द्याट्स व्हेन आई लर्न कि आफै पढेरै गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ टाइपको क्या.
सबै आफै नै त्यो
त्यस पहिला नै अब हाम्रो स्कुलमा एनबीमा एउटा पोस्टर चालेको थियो क्या त्यो बुलेटिन बोर्डमा. And then the poster चाहिँ लेखेको थियो, teachers at North Point don't have a job, they have a responsibility. So that was, I think, when I left NP and went to the other schools and colleges. So out there, teachers were like they were just doing their job. They came in, they like lecture garyo, and then they made us write notes and all that. But then they didn't have that response. I want to see this child become something. That was not there. It was just a job for them.
Like very professional, like.
More junior school college going. So after NP, that is what I felt. Yeah, so boyo one.
Like matlab
like on Swarup, I was like in like your St. Xavier's, no?
Bro, it was fine, तल यो भष्टसँगै त हुन्थ्यो म. सो अब मैले चिनेको त्यहाँनिर अझ एउटा हाम्रो साथी थियो, शाहिर भष्ट थियो, अन्त पेमासाङ पनि थियो, सिसात पनि थियो. सो इट वाज लाइक पहिला त एउटा बबल नै थियो मेरो पनि, अब स्कुलकै साथीहरूसँग यताउता गइरहने होइन. बिस्तारै ओपन अप हुन थाल्यो. इट वाज फाइन म्यान. अब अलिअलि त फ्रिडम अब्युज गर्यो होला घरबाट बाहिर गएर होइन. अब त्यो त एन्ड आई एन्जोयड हुन्छ नि सिलिगुडीमा त्यति बेला.
But that process it teaches you how to be responsible because you make mistakes, you make डर लाग्दो mistakes and the
main thing when you're staying alone at your home and you have to के अब त्यो डेली को सामानहरु सब्जीहरु ग्रोसरीजहरु किन्नु पर्छ नि. त्यति बेला चाहिँ it does pinch you how hard it is to run a house on your own for a single person.
See, that's somehow okay. I did not experience that late, okay, because my Ferguson I stayed in hostel, IIT hostel, okay. So every a mess system and all that, everything, and suppose single room every time, And so this time, when I came into Bangalore, so I decided that I'll take a room, okay, not stay in the hostel, and yeah, then you start buying things, okay, like for just like the normal day to day, okay, and you realize, oh my God, our parents have been doing that since so long, And like it's so late, and that wow, this is like a
Right.
tough job, yeah. Tough job.
Exactly.
Like I like to decide, okay, all that the decision ke आज के खानु बनाउनु पनि that is also like so difficult, right? So like after 1-2 weeks, अब like के बनाउनु क्या. And it's so easy in Bangalore, okay, like that Zomato app, Swiggy and all that, okay. Like you just click one button, okay, you get that delivery and all that, okay. You can't just keep on like initially you keep on having that, you cannot continue having that, and to strike a balance between that, and just a normal living life, it's quite like in metropolitan cities, yeah, it's the challenge.
You're cooking on your own right now.
Yeah, I'm cooking. I'm making my dinner on my own, okay, and my breakfast I'm making on my own. Lunch I'm having. I cannot come back to my room, okay, so lunch I'm having in the canteen.
Oh my God! So 3 meals a day.
Mm.
I guess
3 meals.
that's where discipline also plays a role,
Oh, exactly, bro. एक्लै बस्दाखेरि त्यसरी त्यो क्या it makes you disciplined in a certain kind of way क्या बिहान छिटो उठेर ब्रेकफास्ट खाएर गएर then बेलुका आएर खानाहरू बनाएर keep the house clean क्या make sure everything is functioning.
It
You feel
develops
responsible. Yeah, this is damn nice. Like क्या अब सानोदेखि नै अब like if we had experienced this much more earlier, okay, I think we would have been much more responsible. Like छिटो नै होला life मा because this makes you like responsible क्या on your feet क्या you are on your feet भनेर क्या. That's the boy.
You learn to take care of yourself. That's the most important thing in life. You have to take care of yourself.
This is something which is not taught in school, okay, like which cannot be even taught in school, okay, like which I feel, no matter how much you like, how much your education system you build, okay, this is something of, I think boarding or they did learn how to take care of themselves.
Realization
some age maturity, I know. And what does Vashista think about this?
Yeah, well, we used to have this value education class here. Like we were talking about in the past podcast. So we treated value education as a free period. So it was like a fun time for us. I know, just joke was it, but then we didn't really see the meaning behind why that class was held. How it's affecting us. We don't realize it right now. But then the values, whichever they try to put virtue, it's always your virtues. That's in we're realizing it now. How to be humble. So staying alone and doing everything on your own, it humbles you.
It does humble you.
एक दिन खाना बनाइदैन भने टेन्सन भोक लागिसक्यो के खानु
Exactly, bro. साच्चै तैले भनेको जस्तो वे क्या अब all of these things in life it teaches you to become humble हुन्छ नि ठिकै हो bro because when you go out to buy groceries for yourself हैन त्यति बेला पनि it does teach you something or the other क्या because अहिलेसम्म पनि मेरो दिमागमा छ I went out to buy groceries for myself अब प्याज टमाटरको दाम सुन्दाखेरि पहिला त आम बाबाले भनेको मात्रै सुन्थे हैन आफूले किन्नु जाँदाखेरि त आम्बो साथै it does pinch your pocket क्या especially when you're a student
रमबेडाको दाम अन्त रमबेडा 20 रुपैयाँ किलो किन्दाखेरि अहिले 80 भइदिरहेको छ आम्बो भने यो रोयलाई त है यो त साइन्स फिल्डको जन लेनन होला हौ कपाल चस्मा
बट ब्रो तेरो लाइक तैले भनिस् नि त्यो फिजिक्समा इन्ट्रेस्ट क्लास 7 हरुदेखि बढ्यो भनेर भनिस् नि हैन तर पनि as far as I remember त्यो क्लासमा त्यस्तो इन्क्विजिटिभ त्यस्तो इन्ट्रेस्टेडहरु त थिनस् है त्यो सब्जेक्टमा
No, I was like yeah, I was unknown, but like I was quite in like class 8, 9 or like okay, class 9 I picked up the class 9, 10 and all that. I was like very, very inquisitive, yeah, but like I don't know, class much I was like I didn't talk much a lot, but I was like that much I remember. Okay, I didn't care about like exams and all. I didn't care somehow. Yeah, and team structure was like we were not never like if you come out to plain sight and all, these guys are like so much exam oriented studying, I know, and in Darjeeling but we were like so chill, I know. Like exam ko like 2-3 hafta ago, like college ma jasto छ त्यस्तै छ नि school ma. Like we study like like almost like 3-4 weeks before the exam, you know. So like that was like damn the like stress-free environment. Okay, let me like I feel like explore a lot of facets, yeah, and like just like have a very inquisitive mind, yeah, and like it helped me grow. That part I would very be appreciative, yeah. Like we were not like exam oriented. Say we were our education was not, yeah. To say NP mode थियो, yeah. Even अब class 12, 11, 12 मा पनि आइरहेन अब if you go
I would
like
like to differ on that अलिकति भए पनि exam oriented थिएन भन्दा पनि it was नि हैन bro.
I know, but like if you have Khasma, if you see like the plain side, these guys Isat and Vashista have studied, okay, and like if you see from there, the only thing they care about is entrance examination, okay. And yeah, that was not in NP, okay. And in class 11, 12 also, like we didn't even care much about like, you know, and it really like I feel like
easy
to preserve your inquisitiveness, you know, and preserve your child character in yourself. Yeah, that has to be a lot of there. Yeah.
Like I used to like love these practical classes we used to have, no? Physics, biology, chemistry. Yeah, but whatever I learned from those classes, I still remember it. Whatever I learned through textbooks, whatever I don't remember, but whichever experiments I did, I still remember. So there are like three or four ways you can learn it. Now one is like you can learn it. One is like one is like read garera you can learn. One is through experience you can learn. So I think I'm that type of a learner. About the experience garera.
No, everyone is like better. Experience garera. Experience is the best teacher.
एक्सपेरिमेन्ट मलाई त्यसै हेभी याद आइदिन्छ नि त्यो फिजिक्सको क्या त्यो ग्लास ब्लकले त्यो लाइनहरु कोर्नु पर्थ्यो नि मलाई त्यो एक्सपेरिमेन्ट चाहिँ ओभर मजा लाग्दिन्थ्यो गर्नु
मलाई त्यो के याद छ भन्दा त्यो एउटा त्यो उयो पाउँथ्यो नि त्यो नाप्ने स्क्रू ड्राइभर उयो जस्तो हुन्थ्यो नि यस्तो
वर्नियर क्यालिपर
I was so bad at science कि कसम science was never my forte हुन्छ नि साच्चै भनेको म चाहिँ अब रटेर मात्रै पास हुन्थ्यो साइन्स चाहिँ सक्थिन म न त मलाई प्र्याक्टिकलै मन पर्थ्यो न त मलाई त्यो टिचरै मन पर्थ्यो फिजिक्सको हो साइन्स त मलाई अब यस्तो इरी हुन्थ्यो अलिकति मन पर्ने सब्जेक्ट चाहिँ मलाई बायोलोजी थियो बायोलोजीमा आई वुड युज टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड प्रपरली अल्सो हो फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री त हाम्रो सक्थिन नि म
सर पनि त्यस्तै थियो नि त अन्त शाउट आउट टु Sir Lekhraj Guru.
Isat, one question I had. So, what time in your career, what time in your like lifetime, you decided I'll be a dentist?
My first choice wasn't dental, my architecture. But maths boards that's when I thought like physics. 11, 12 I used to hate physics and like DPS that teacher kind of like had a personal problem with me. He always pick on me, the subject then I like I don't want to do maths and
physics. So it's funny. India they need maths for architecture. Why is that?
For architecture? You need maths for architecture.
Maths bro.
Why do you don't need bro? People who've done arts are pursuing architecture. Foreign math.
Yeah, but still to some extent you need maths,
But it should not be a deciding basis. It should not be a deciding ground on whether you can be an architect or not, neither.
Sorry for the interruption. There was a power cut, and but
yeah, so we were talking about architecture and maths. I know, like Swarup was like Swarup was quite ranting. I know that why maths is like a necessity. Yeah, like it will. Because according to in foreign places, like it's not a compulsion to have a mathematics, like a strong background in mathematics to pursue an architecture. So because of that, like Isat could not. His like architecture dream, right? But do you ever feel like if you do become a dentist, after like like MD you'll be a full-time dentist, and I would like on the side pursue like this architecture for like quenching your thirst, like just for.
No, bro. त्यो थर्स्ट त्यो गइसक्यो त्यो तिर्खा मेटिसक्यो
done and dusted, right? Done and dusted.
But as a friend of Isat, I've known him since a long time, I can see him designing homes and properties because he has got a taste for that. Yeah, he does have. त्यो अब चिन्छ नि त साथीले साथीलाई कस्तो हुन्छ के छ हैन the way he keeps his home and all of that साँच्ची तैले जसँग भयो क्या मलाई तैले भन्दाखेरि आर्किटेक्चर पसु गर्नु मन थियो भनेर whereas यो वशिष्ठले पनि त he is good into के भन्छ designing interior and all of that आफ्नो घर डल्लै आफै गर्दैछ भित्र so if anyone is watching and wants an interior designer please feel free to call Vashista Isat.
I'm not a professional interior designer.
Who needs to be a professional?
If you want something for like if you don't want like high price, you can contact us.
And we will deliver. And we will deliver.
Yeah, I will deliver.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So it's just an OCD भन्नु कि अब के भन्नु अब चिटिके भएको
What is OCD?
Organize गर्नु
you mean
लागेको
okay like
त्यसै कम्पल्सिभ डिसअर्डर टाइपको त्यस्तो डर लाग्दो पनि छैन तर अब हुन्छ नि चिटिके राख्नु
चिटिके चाहिँ चाहिन्छ चिटिके चाहिँ राख्नु
हेभी त्यो कपालमा भित्रबाट त्यो स्याउ 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 भएर आइदिन्छ क्या
But I know still coming back an entire circle I still feel that maths should not be a mandatory subject to take up architecture. Yeah?
No, maths is to some extent maths sabema use हुन्छ
like see like in that point okay like you can design like aesthetic looking beautiful structures but if it's not mathematically sustainable okay how can you build like in the go and make real life mana
I guess the conflict here is चाहिँ नि यो टपिकमा चाहिँ नि अब डिजाइनिङ चाहिँ does not need maths भन्नु खोजेको होला स्वरूप हैन अब डिजाइन त तेरो आफ्नो फ्रीडम अफ एक्सप्रेसन टाइपको हो नि त तर अब if you're designing something खतरा पाराको you need that structure you need that base right? That structure and base I guess maths help you get that structure. So I guess
it's not also like it's not like complicated calculus maths also required I think maybe just
complicated basics it's required
basic
like
and it's just that I have a certain kind of bias I was not ever doing maths key. That's why I'm a bias
but if you're designing something it is three-dimensional हैन भन्ने पर्यो भने length breadth height हुन्छै हुन्छ हो whenever those three components come अब तेरो they are numbers you're dealing with numbers so in that aspect I guess त्यस्तो पाराले चाहिँ maths comes handy
like
when designing
does dentistry require mathematics
just to
some extent
पैसा गिन्ती गर्नु
my subject was programming coding and all that we have to know our maths we have to be in depth maths somehow
so like coming to your point like Vashista like what point of time you decided like computer science गर्छु भनेर चाहिँ
so I guess it was when I went to college so out there that time slowly like we were starting to use more of the internet and then it was त्यति बेला स्कुलमा we used to use but then हल्का फुल्का but then I went to college and त्यति बेला चाहिँ पुरा आयो क्या यो इन्टरनेटमा everything was going on in the internet
digital
more into it I started spending more time with my laptop and then suddenly त्यो programming how is it कसरी चाहिँ भएको यो कुरा हैन अब यो स्क्रिनमा हामी देख्दै छ यो हुँदै छ एभ्रीथिङ अब एप्स टु देखि लिएर गेमदेखिको लिएर हैन यो कसरी चाहिँ फङ्सन भएको होला क्या अब इट्स नथिङ इट्स जस्ट स्मल स्क्रिन हैन सो द्याट मी इन क्या सो अब त्यो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ आई गट इन्टु coding and all that besides
so your work is not like theoretical computer science it's like the implementation right
it's like a full stack development
full okay,
I wanted to add one point यसमा अब learning चाहिँ it does not take place when you are forced to learn something हैन तर अब when you're inquisitive about something when you really want to know के चाहिँ हो कसरी भएको
आफैबाट निस्किन्छ है
that's चाहिँ true learning जस्तो लाग्छ क्या है किनभने अब तँलाई फोर्सफुली के गर के अब लर्न गर सिक भने त सिक्दैन नि अब sikcha hola, but it takes a lot of time and effort ni. But whereas if you
No, the
want to
quality
learn
of learning,
something,
I know quality of
the quality
the
of
quality
learning
is the
is
quality of
affected
learning
by
like
the curiosity that builds within you ni. The
okay, I
inquisitiveness
see.
that helps you learn faster or better.
Mm, mm.
Very important ni अब
So like
कति
so very Swarup.
this join गर्छ नि भन्नु.
So we're talking about like like do you work in like machine learning and all that, like do you implement all those?
Yeah. AI, deep learning, machine learning.
Yeah, wow, okay. So like deep fake and all that, like so you've got into the trend.
Deep fake, yeah. I'm not so much into deep fake, but then deep fake it can be misused. It's still talking. So I'm sitting here. It can be like more mirror with no garage. Elon Musk legend doing a podcast with you. You do that, yeah. You can.
So Swarup what disconnected. So we were.
My connection was unstable. Okay, now I think so. It's fine.
So yeah, we were talking about like Chicago computer science career right now, and like what he's doing right now. So and we talked about this like this machine learning right now. Now the next question is like that machine learning, now it's like artificial intelligence, like it's become quite good right now, like what machines could do, like just like when we're in school, okay, what algorithms could do, and what algorithms can do now, okay. You're talking about something, okay, and now in suddenly next time you open your Instagram or this or that, you get the ad of that, okay, ad of that thing. It has become that good, but isn't it like quite risky, okay, to our privacy, and what's your opinion, like privacy, and like we spend like almost all our life is now based on this digital thing, and like will it,
I'd like to say something on that. Yeah. Once you create an email ID for yourself to come on the internet, there's nothing private, bro.
No,
What of your privacy as soon as you open up an email ID or an Instagram account or Facebook? There's nothing private, man.
Like people say like it's invading our privacy and all that. But then the thing is, when companies do that, when like when you search something, if you search for, suppose say pizza on the internet, the like laptop will start showing you like recommend you pizza restaurants and all that. But the thing is like अब त्यो ठुलो कम्पनीजहरू what will they do with your personal data? What will they do? तँलाई पिज्जा मनपर्छ भनेर उनीहरूलाई केही फाइदा छैन नि. They just gathering सबैजनाको general interest के छ, पिज्जा छ. So only to that specific एरियामा they are like दिँदैछ क्या. So अब पर्सन इन्डिभिजुअली स्वरूपलाई पिज्जा मनपर्छ, इसातलाई मन पर्दैन भनेर त they have no त्यो नि, तिनीहरूलाई केही लेन न देन.
No, but I'm like I'm like very skeptical because now we live in a capitalistic a society, okay, and
unless you're like a high profile.
Not high profile also, like suppose you like pizza, okay. Now they sell your data to Zomato, okay. The next time you open Zomato, okay, the pizza app will be restaurants will come on the top, okay, because now it knows that you like pizza, okay. So if it wants to get money out of you, it will show restaurants which have more pizza in the first taste, okay, so that they can target you easily, okay. And
comes down to
marketing base, okay.
Marketing strategy.
So we use mostly internet free, but it's I totally disagree. We don't use internet free, or we are using internet at the cost of our freedom and this one. Because now we become like a commodity, okay, for big international corporate, okay, like our time, our attention is their money, okay, like more time we spend in them, okay, they'll make more money out of us, okay, and that's we somehow losing our freedom, okay, like
this is like an ongoing debate,
because see, okay, before if you like
court trials and all that, they have to have certain rules and regulations under the
because like even like before this digital boom, if you see the richest people in the planet, okay, there were no one from this tech people and all that, okay, in this when this digital boom has happened, okay, all the richest people in this world, okay, top 10 also, if you consider, most of them are all tech giants, okay, tech people, okay, all the science guys, okay, who are extremely good with computers and this and blah 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 technology and all that, they are the richest person, okay. And
Net
in a way you can see, okay, it has completely
like
impacted.
when suppose you join a new social media platform, के हुन्छ पहिला त दिएकै हुन्छ नि त like but we choose to ignore it, the terms and conditions दिएकै हुन्छ. Do you ever go through that first मा हेर्दाखेरि के छ हैन अब त्यहाँनिर you allow your media, your photos with your allow गरेकै हुन्छ. So like all these big companies, they are like Facebook, Instagram, Meta, तिनीहरु त going under a lot of trial त्यो save गरेको छ तिनीहरुले गरेको छैन भन्छ हो. But then this small shady companies, so they don't they limelight मा आउँदैन हो. So त्यही भन्छु like these small don't just जे पाए त्यहीमा हालेर don't allow क्या त्यो don't give permissions.
Your cookie, I guess everyone has come across, I know, while opening websites, accept cookies. So this cookie inventor intention, the intention with which he created cookies was, suppose you search for something on Google, say suppose you're buying a shoe, so you search for a shoe, you find the details about the shoe, you get to know the design, manufacturer price or size then you decide or consult type. Okay, then you close the tab. Next time when you come back, suppose cart add ferry back on the you'll have to go through the same process. Cookies was invented so that you could just open up the page and it would be there already. Cookies intention it's like storing information about you locally to help yourself so that you don't have to again open Google, again go find the website, again find the product, again add त्यो process cut short गर्नुको लागि चाहिँ cookies बनाएको निकासमा चाहिँ. So that's how
म त कुनै पनि तेरो यो एप्सहरु केहरु हुन्छ नि यो थर्ड पार्टी एप्सहरु डाउनलोड गरेको हुन्छ नयाँ त्यो परमिसन त केही पनि दिँदैन लोकेसन माइक्रोफोन फोटोजहरु केही पनि दिँदैन हो त्यस्तो किनभने त्यो डेटा ब्रिच त्यो हुन्छ अलरेडी भइ नै रहेको छ हैन जस्ट त्यसले के सेफ त मलाई के बनाउँछ र जस्ट अब मेरो स्याटिस्फ्याक्सनको लागि मात्रै whereas अब I know that अब once I'm on the internet Instagram प्रोफाइल प्राइभेट छ तर अब मेरो अब डेटा त कहाँ प्राइभेट हुन्छ त भन्दा
yeah, because that's why I stopped using Google Chrome. Google Chrome or I stopped using like
the killer browser.
There's something called Vivaldi browser. Vivaldi browser. It's like Brave just a browser. It's like somehow it's like encrypted key and it's like
that way just Safari is good. Eh? Safari gives you a total report of how many trackers try to track you and profile you.
Trackers. They block all the trackers. They block everything. Yeah. So I use this Vivaldi browser. Like last year I discovered and it's like the motto is like privacy. Yeah, your privacies are the most important thing. This a joke, because I'm like really pissed off with this Google. They sell are like to third parties. Okay, like they're like information like.
Information is like a weapon, world.
Weapon.
Information is power. Market strategies are based on that information, and whatever makes money.
Edward Snowden leak information to leak and espionage भनिदियो हैन त्यस्तो whistle blowers कति छ अझै we still facing the flag for it.
Cold War को time को मैले एउटा recently movie त्यो Bridge of Spies भन्ने त्यसमा information is weapon नै हो नि
अहिलेको टाइममा त it's a weapon नि अब it's whoever has the information is the most powerful नि अहिले त हैन you can get anything done out of the right information.
It serves as a guideline also होला नि त के चाहिँ गर्न सक्छ टाइप then you can map out a game plan marketing strategy wise.
This digital marketing is all about information.
But we live in a very, very lucky time of the human race. Like just imagine like 400 years or even like 1,000, not even 400. Let's go beyond like Egyptian times and all that. Okay, but they had just one library. Okay, and one person or two person had access to all the information. Now we have information like on the go. Okay? Each and every individual in this planet has access to infinite information. Yeah. Either you spoil, you can completely direct your life right now. You don't have to stick to the norm. You don't have to stick to the norms. Like one example, I'd say, okay, anyone can learn how to do digital this one it's like music making. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you have to go to a big producer and start making music. Yeah, so like local artist or yeah, you just
Yes,
how one did they go to
You can
some
learn
big
online.
Bombay school or yeah, big Bombay school or something like that? I know you can like this is like very nice. Okay, like information is like totally free and like
so like भन्नै पर्यो भने
anyone can
अब
learn whatever when
भन्नै पर्यो भने अब
anyone can
गिट
learn anything. I
अहिले
know, but but disadvantage पनि छ क्या अब like information पनि information overload क्या like we are information overload भइरहेको छ क्या
तर
like
that's why you
यति
have to be
overload भइरहेको
selective नि that's why you have to be selective नि and coming back to this अब information हैन अब अन्त how we can learn through the net information is right in a fingertip हाम्रो episode 5 मा अब रायल जाउ छैन नि self taught अब YouTube has helped him नि हैन त्यसरी नै अब we can just you can just buy a guitar and come and how to play guitar भनेर बेसिक केही त बचाउन त सिक्छ त but in order to do that पहिला अब नेट नभएको प्री वेब इरा भनौँ न त्यति बेला त अब सिक्नु भने you have to physically go to some person and then that person त्यो मान्छेकोमा जति इन्फर्मेसन छ he'll be able to teach you त्यति नै नि त हैन अब in that respect चाहिँ in that way चाहिँ अब yeah
ठिकै यसले भनेको information overload है that's why people have a lot of
so this is the
anxiety and
CNN
worry
effect it's called
these days, yeah. There's a lot of information ni, and every time you scroll down there's a new information you need to process that I know
brain fatigue is like
crave गर्नु खोज्छ
brain oh okay I'll take this how does social media work. Okay, the model of social media. Okay, remember in this game, okay, in this 90s this like not the pinball, the spinning ball. I'm not reading the name of that ball. You spin, okay,
pinball
not pinball. No, three. There are tinta rounds, any tinta rounds. If that's the same cherry eye bunny, you'll get that.
Yeah, it's like त्यो casino ma
casino yeah. So that machine, okay, the most stupid game of the entire world. Okay, like there's nothing to be done. Okay, you just go and you just press. Okay, there's no mental demanding, nothing this, not that. Neither you're trying to shoot something or this. You just pull it. Okay. The funny thing is that machine earns the most casino, earns the most of all the casino. It beat everything. Okay. The reason why is that every time you pull it, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. Okay. And it gives you unpredictable time. It gives you that it's design. Okay. The top you'll get that. Okay. And you get a reward. Okay. Now brain it's uncertain. Okay. And when you get that reward, brain dopamine bunny chemical. Okay. Isat we know that. Talking to hit like the pleasure hormone. Okay. You feel nice. Okay. Now the brain is craving. Okay. Talk and it keep and it's like uncertain way like it's not predictable. Okay, unpredictable way will come. Okay, and your brain will start craving. I want that more. So you keep on going on. On that model, social media is based on that. So whenever someone posts something or this one, okay, they'll categorize. Okay, good post, okay post, bad post. So if you see, stories or even posts, are not arranged according to the time in which it has been posted. It's according to this one. How much user based is this one? Suppose first story you scroll to the left, it's boring. Okay, then suddenly one story, okay, will be damn nice. Okay, oh wow, that's such a nice information. Is that okay? Hit the dopamine thing, okay, and you start craving, okay, and you still keep on going, you keep on scrolling, okay. Or dopamine hit you keep on going, again the dopamine and this model this is social media is design the social media app, like especially Instagram, okay, it's designed to make you addictive because your time you spending time more, okay, in that they earn more money. But how they earn more money is like after 3-4 posts they have a sponsored or advertisement, okay. Now the advertisement people want to sell something, okay, so they give the money to Instagram, okay. So Instagram is to show that ad, to us, Instagram is making money or any other platform, okay. So they have exactly designed, okay, how to make product addictive. So if you think that primitive brain which you have of like our primitive, our brain is still primitive, okay, like that Homo sapien wala that ape brain, okay, and now the tools are extremely curated, okay, and machine made, okay, like machine learning tailored instruments and algorithms, and like it's extremely I don't know like how can like to keep your attention, okay, and your information not being overloaded, and not being just a market like just a pawn in an entire game, yeah. to not be
अहिले
that
त
much like
नेट त अन्त
त्यो इन्फर्मेसन चाहिँ तेरो गुगलको युजर इन्टरफेस डिजाइनरले लिक गरिदिएको हो नि आफ्टर ही लेफ्ट गुगल अदरवाइज पिपल डिडन्ट नो अबाउट दिस jackpot machine bro.
yeah. It's like
It was
there's this book, okay, this guy, how to make product, this like book by Neil Ehari. So how to make product more satisfying, something like that. Okay, it's a yellow book color, okay, and that's say like every like game designers, okay, how these people make games, okay, how they design games, okay, and it's that same like theory has been used to make these apps much more
addictive
user time friendly, yeah. Addictive, like it's like making addictive because your time is their money.
अहिले त एड्सले नै खाइदिइसकेको छ नि सबै अब
Mm.
त्यो सबैलाई थाहा भएकै कुरा हो एडले नै कमाउँछ भनेर एड कम्पनीज विल पे द मिडिया कम्पनीज फर देयर
Yeah, that's the problem. No? But the problem is like when internet was made, okay, it was
अब
something which was
अन्त
free. It was free for anyone to access. Now, but these big giant companies now they are like trying to dictate what internet should be. Yeah, that's like not the way it started. Yeah.
तर अब त्यो अरू के उपाय छ र अन्त अब किनभने इन्स्टाग्राम नभए कसरी कमाउँछ युट्युब अब युट्युब इज अ फ्री
No,
प्लेटफर्म
I do
how do they
understand. Okay,
learn,
like see, the money model should be there. Otherwise, why? How will creators get paid? You know, but if the whole structure is based on that one, okay, a money making addictive platform, okay, then that's to the point. A balanced stock strike on a point. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, in this model, okay,
what if you like to keep a balanced lifestyle? It depends on the individual, I know. It depends on the individual. If you want to spend
but the
more
individual point like suppose you come in the end of the day, okay, your already willpower is exhausted in the whole day, okay, like you're going to this ego depletion thing, okay, your willpower is already depleted by the end of it. You will have no willpower really left, okay, to resist it. Yeah, just give it to it. Yeah, like how much individual koma pani kati pani abu ke भन्नु अब no, obviously there'll be like 100%. If you take a population, there'll be always a 5% population, you know, which can resist and all that, you know, but there'll be always a prone people, you know, who do not know all this, you know, and they'll be always prone to this trap.
तर अब त्यो उपाय छैन नि ब्रो त्यो त अब त्यो आफैले चलाउनु जान्नु पर्यो चलाउनु गर्नु पर्यो नि त यु कान्ट बी
this is extremely like something अब हामी स्कुलमा हुँदाखेरि we use 1 GB per year per month, होइन त्यो 2 GB मा now we use 1 GB in one day.
त्यो त मोर नि ब्रो 1 GB त तेरो कति आवर्समै जान्छ
त्यो कति आवर्समा that's not even sufficient क्या
that's not
now त है
तर अब विदाउट इन्टरनेट अब इन्टरनेट इज नट जस्ट अ कमोडिटी अब तेरो उदेश एउटा वर्क रिलेटेड चिज पनि त भयो होइन इट्स अ काइन्ड अफ अ नेसेसिटी नि इन टर्म्स अफ प्रोफेसन अब एभर सिन्स कोभिडले भयो त्यहाँदेखि अब एभ्रिथिङ वेन्ट अनलाइन होइन सो नेट इज स्लोली ट्रान्जिसनिङ फ्रम अ कमोडिटी टु अ नेसेसिटी नि अब हाम्रो यही केसमा हेरिहाल अब पडकास्ट गर्नु मन थियो बट वी कुडन्ट बी इन द सेम प्लेस एट द सेम टाइम होइन एभ्री टाइम अन्त अब दिस जुम एन्ड नेट हेज हेल्प अस मेक दिस पडकास्ट नि त अन्त द्याट्स अल्सो इट्स काइन्ड अफ बिकमिङ अ नेसेसिटी नि बिकज इट्स समथिङ वी वान्ट टु डु सो फर अस त इट्स नेसेसरी नो सो इट डिपेन्ड्स हाउ यु युज इट
I'm not arguing that it's bad, okay, but I'm saying that there's always this big giants, okay, which want to like profit of us. Yeah.
These and companies
like, that's I'm like really against them at the job.
यो अब Instagram भयो TikTokहरु अब they try to make money out of this.
What was the use of 3-second 4-second video? Yeah, unnecessary. Yeah.
Is अब यतिकै बनाइदिएको
the first video second video about this how this small videos reduced our attention span
attention span
अहिले त एउटा स्टोरी 15 seconds अब त्यो attention span नै तेरो त्यति नै भएछ after 15 seconds you want another one क्या हुन्छ नि that rush of information you crave for it ni your brain starts craving for it ni एक प्रकारको एडिक्सन नै हो नि त्यो
it's an addiction that the why is same, okay, if it's a cocaine addiction or smoking addiction or whatever addiction that same circuit is being used. There's only one circuit in the brain that is only getting triggered, okay, or like there's so many sort of addictions. Okay, that same one.
How do you clean that? Yeah, like detox.
Yo, the digital detox. Yeah, digital detox.
Digital detox.
Like.
हाउडे त्यो सबै डिजिटल डिटक्सहरु भन्ने मलाई हाउडे लाग्छ as long as you don't have the willpower within you to stop using it you can't no one can help you it's the same with any kind of addiction
any kind of
it's
addiction.
not just social media they try to your digital detox and all the bullshit also they're just trying to sell you their products
it's like
digital detox.
It's like about the.
I think the word would be like this guy computer scientist guy, okay, he wrote this Cal Newport, he has written a book, it's called Digital Minimalism, okay. You first figure out, okay, first you do a digital detox, okay, exactly for 30 days, okay, you completely off all the devices around you, okay. Then you plan out in your life and exactly what you want to do in life, not what do you want, okay, what do you want out of life, which device, which application, what application, this, that, okay, what things which you need, and according to that, tailor your lifestyle according to that, and some things which you don't need at all, like some of the apps in the phone, this, that, okay, you just need to sit down, eliminate all of those, and like, don't let stupid things like, why would you spend like 1-2 hours just scrolling through, this one TikTok or this or something like that, or YouTube Shorts or something like that,
It's like why would you have these kind of apps like so apps or your app I have a white t-shirt, why would I want a black t-shirt? It's like a similar thing,
it's the cheeser,
it depends on
computer virus. It's like antivirus. Companies making the virus so that they can sell you more antivirus. It comes full circle.
But the problem is like we are 25 years, okay, or something of that age, we can control. What about kids, okay? For us, it's okay. We have like mature brain knowledge. Like when we were growing up, we didn't grow up with a phone or something like that, right?
This is within kids.
For us, it's no problem. Okay, we can have that control, this, that, blah, blah, and all that. But kids, okay,
because
if you get primed, okay, because if you primed to that,
parents were compelled to give a mobile phone or tablet to their kids.
Screen time has skyrocketed.
If you see their browsing history, you don't know what they are doing, okay? Like what they are doing, these are they're just kids, okay? That normal bichara bokar brain is evolving, and at that age, okay, with 5G internet, okay.
Recently, I heard about this kid. There is one small kid, okay, and someone I know go with your son, and the small kid, and he is in boarding school school and he can ke garecha bhane YouTube but he learned how to video he learned how to pick locks. So and then boarding ma usko classmate who he picked those locks and then he took out all those mithai tux and all that. I think he's barely even 12 to 13 years old, and then he learned that through internet, YouTube era, and then doing that.
मेरो cousin थियो कि एउटा nephew पहिला अब like अहिले कुन class 12 मा छ होला त्यति बेला नि he was in class 6 कि 7 कि NP college मा चाहिँ एउटा अब trash को trash disposal को चाहिँ एउटा तेरो के भन्दा presentation भएको थियो different schools but different students, college students and all of that were able to compete in that, apparently he had competed in that thing raiser program and he was very good with this computer thing, he was in class 5 कि 6 so यस्तो दामी stop animation बनाएको थियो कि उले आफ्नो टेबलमा त्यो trash को he won everyone अब सबैलाई पछाडी छोड्दै उले जित्यो त्यति बेलै.
That is what I'm trying to say. That is what I'm trying to say. There's so much information, and you decide which way you want.
You need to differentiate. You need to categorize, and you need to be selective with what you consume. Because what you consume, what you feed your brain, is the type of thoughts you'll get.
What thoughts you become and how you shape your. Whatever you consume, okay, you become that, okay.
You are what you consume.
consumes you later on. त्यही हो नि.
You need to be very selective with what
consume.
you consume. Information
Problem,
what you are curious about.
This is so this whole thing is so new. People even don't have this awareness of that. We should be that awareness is that you have to be selective what you want. Yeah. Up to as though it's like 30 years back.
Don't you have the control, Banta?
No, we have a control. I'm saying like suppose like I'm talking about like that.
मलाई त्यस्तो पनि लाग्छ क्या ब्रो. अब लाइक अब people say that about यताउताहरूबाट kidsहरूको it's a different thing. Parents should be responsible for that, हैन. अब अहिलेको त के parents can't even.
No, for us we like no problem for us. I know we can direct.
There's this fault with the parents also. म त त्यो I say that I've been saying that always. I say that to my cousins also, हैन. प्यारेन्ट्सहरूले आजकल नानीहरूलाई हिर्काउँदैन त. हात त लाउँदैन प्यारेन्ट्सहरूले नानीलाई. सम्झाउँदाखेरि पनि अलिकति रुयो भने छोडिदिइहाल्छ. अब तँ इमेजिन गर्न तेरो चाइल्डहुड कति दुलाइ भेटेर हुर्केको होला. म त पुरा दुलाइ भेटेर हुर्केको.
त्यस्तो पार्ने है दङ्गायो भने दे डेभलप दैट स्टबर्न उतेस्नी एटिट्युड.
अब ब्रो दङ्गाउनु त टाढै जान प्यारेन्ट्सहरूलाई के भनिरहेको हुन्छ आजकलको नानीहरूले. पाएन भने सामानहरू. अन्त त्यो अलिकति त अब कमाउनु त्यो अलिकति हिर्काएर त्यो हुर्काउनु त पर्छ एउटा डर त बस्नै पर्छ हो.
Spare the rod or spoil the child हैन. हाम्रो त थियो नि यो यत्रो बडे विजडम ओपनर भनेर क्या हाम्रो त्यो लट्ठी नै
हैन ब्रो. स्पेयर द चाइल्ड or spoil the rod.
Eye opener. हाम्रो स्कुलमा चाहिँ we had that sir chemistry कि to tell the eye opener. हाम्रो कहाँ पनि हामीले.
Coming back to the topic है. बच्चाहरूले चाहिँ तुलाई भेट्नै पर्छ.
हैन मलाई त त्यस्तै लाग्छ because it's a very important part of your formative ages कि. अब एउटा दुलाई भेट्यो भने चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ अब त्यो मैले त्यो क्रुएल पाराले भन्नु खोजेको होइन कि तर because that worked for me neither as an individual that worked for me क्या.
दुलाई भेट्नु is ठिकै छ but then अब if you're doing good and if your child can see you as a role model हैन. I think that would also be a way to right path.
But how can a 5-6 how can a 5 to 10-year-old child see someone as a role model, man?
Children most of their brain gets developed 5 years भित्रमै. I feel भनेको थियो मैले अस्ति त्यो मोन्टेसरी.
त्यो हो हैन.
So बिस्तारी अब तँलाई देख्दै जान्छ हैन. Then you're doing good without any के यताउति नगरेर भने त अब if your child starts taking you as a role model हैन, then I don't think you need to raise your hands.
But bro, it's not just they're being exposed to the outside world also neither. That also affects the decisions they are taking, the things that they want to do. Influences are all around.
By the time you get exposed to बाहिरको life, you're already अलिकति mature enough नि त.
तर ब्रो त्यो उतेस्त आउँछ नि गर्दिम कि यस्तो चाहिँ हाम्रो त्यो उतेस्त हुन्छ सबै
भएको school. Your child will start their preschool or Montessori or any whatever it is from 3 to 4 years of age, हैन. So exposure to 3 to 4 years देखि नै हो नि त उसको लाइफमा त. अन्त अब तँसँग हैन त हैन प्यारेन्ट्ससँग मात्रै हुर्किने भए पनि अब प्यारेन्ट्सहरुको पनि त सधैँ त राम्रो त हुँदैन नि त हैन. हल्का झगडाहरु त हुन्छ. सो लु अब तैँले भनेको ठिकै हो. रोल मोडल पाराले हेर्यो भने इट्स अ डिफरेन्ट थिङ हैन. तर मैले चाहिँ के भन्नु खोजेको भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ जस्तो पाराले आजकल चिल्ड्रेनहरुले दे डिसोबे देयर प्यारेन्ट्स भनेको मान्दैन. नट प्यारेन्ट्स एल्डर्स टु बी टु टेक अ वाइडर अप्रोच. एल्डर्स मानौँ न. तैँले देखेको होला त बजारमा कि त कोही देख्नु त देखेकै छ होला नि त नानीहरु बोलेको प्यारेन्ट्स त्यस्तो खालके चाइल्डलाई त सम्झाउँदाखेरि पनि हुँदैन नि त हैन. स्कुलमा पनि कर्पोरल पनिशमेन्ट हुनु हुँदैन भन्छ. हामीले त धुलाई खाँदै हुर्क्यो त अन्त स्कुलमा.
अब इट शुड नट
एउटा
त्यो डिफरेन्शिएट अब अब्युज चाहिँ वी आर नट टकिङ अबाउट दैट हैन. तर अब
that is like नानीलाई फियर हाल्दिएको.
Because fear is an important aspect which helps you, which keeps you on track also, doesn't it? The lifelong. मैले अब यस्तो भनेको नि
There are two ways to look at it. Yeah. Either fear or respect. So fear and respect, there are two different things. Your child fear you or they should respect you.
Yeah, but त्यो अब त्यो चाइल्डले त्यो अब तँलाई रेस्पेक्ट गर्नु कसरी सिक्छ? फर्स्ट टाइम अब तँलाई तेरो चाइल्डले के भन्यो हेर हैन, हल्का डिसरेस्पेक्टफुल तँले के भन्नै सकेन सर नगर त्यस्तो पनि, नेक्स्ट टाइम पनि त्यस्तो भन्छ, थर्ड टाइम पनि त्यस्तो भन्छ, तँले के गर्नुस् त्यहाँदेखि त कहाँबाट रेस्पेक्ट आउँदै आउनु नि, त्यहाँदेखि मुख चलाउनु खालि सिक्छ नि. सो त्यो अब किप देम इन लाइन. क्या मैले त्यो ट्रमा दिने गरे धुलाई अब लास हुने गरे धुलाई दिए त भन्नु मैले त अब जस्ट किप देम अन ट्र्याक उयो भन्दा उयो के त्यस्तो यताउता गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति क्या त्यो चाहिँ मेरो बच्चा हो हैन सम्हालेर भन्ने टाइपको.
त्यस्तो ट्रमेटिक पनि हैन नि, एनीथिङ बिलो द वेस्ट अर आर्म्स मा हैन हल्का प्ल्याट्टे खाले
हैन एक थप्पड व्हाई नट. इट मेक्स यु स्ट्रङ नि एज एन इन्डिभिजुअल व्हेन यु ग्रो अप. अब आमा बाबाको मलाई त त्यस्तो थियो ब्रो. सी this is coming from me because this is my personal experience नि त. म त I have been brought up धुलाई भेट्दै अब कुच्चोले भन्छस् कि सिस्नोले भन्छस् कि पुनिउले भन्छस् कि केले सबैले
भेटेको नि, सबले भेट्दै.
अन्त त्यो के पनि नराम्रो डिसिजन अब एउटा रङ कुरा गर्नु आँट्दाखेरि त्यो डर हुन्थ्यो नि त, लाइक हैन इफ माई ड्याड कम्स नो देन त रड्डी हुन्छ भन्ने खालके. अहिले त अब त्यस्तो टाढो जानु पर्दैन ब्रो. मैले अरूहरूको छोराछोरीलाई भनेको होइन, मेरो नेफ्युज निसेसहरू कति छ त्यस्तो खालके हेर्दै नटेर्ने, मुख लागेको गर्ने, अरू ठुलो मान्छेहरूको ठाउँमा आएर बोलेर पनि पातर बोले म त सक्दिनँ ब्रो पर्सनली. अब द्याट्स बट ठिकै छ, एनीवन वान्ट्स टु टेक इट एनीवे हैन, दिस इज माई ओपिनियन. अब दिस इज व्हाट आई फिल इज राइट हैन. सो मलाई जस्तो लाग्छ
सबैजना हुर्किँदा
सर्पको किच्चा बिधुलाई खाने भएर हुन्छ.
म त दिन्छु. आई वन्ट से दैट आई वन्ट, तर लाइक आई सेड अब त्यो ट्रमेटिक पाराले हैन जस्तो
सबैजना, तर सबै नानी त्यो हुर्किँदाखेरि दे ह्याभ दिस रिबेलियस फेज नि. मेरो पनि थियो, सबैको थियो होला अब यहाँ हैन, मेरो त त्यही थियो. अब जेमा पनि अब मै राइट, अब उतापट्टि सेकेन्ड जो छ उतापट्टि that person is wrong regardless of ठुलो कि सानो कि जेसुकै हो हैन. that rebellious phase मा चाहिँ I guess it is required more than ever अरू बेला भन्दा, किनभने त्यति बेला त अब यु आर भेरी इगोटिस्टिकल हैन, ठुलो भए टाइपको क्या, बट यु आर नट एक्चुअली यु डोन्ट डेभलप दैट.
बसिरहेको बेलामा ड्याडको एक थप्पड भेट्दाखेरि फेरि ब्याक टु
रियालिटी चेक होइन, बिचमा रियालिटी चेक होइन,
अरू मान्छेहरूलाई पनि स्पेसली मेरो एज ग्रुपको मान्छेहरूसँग यो कन्भर्सेसन हुँदाखेरि क्या अब सुड चिल्ड्रेन बी बिटन अर नट भन्दाखेरि अब म त आई एम फर द टपिक नि त भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ क्या दे लुक एट मी इन अ भेरी सडिस्टिक काइन्ड अफ वे हुन्छ नि, तर अब दे डोन्ट अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड वेयर आइ एम कमिङ फ्रम. किनभने अब इट हेल्प मी वेन आई ग्रु अप, सो इट हेल्प मी.
इट्स नट लाइक सानोतिनो जे पाए त्यही कुरामा पड्कायो त्यो त होइन नि त. अब ग्रेट मिस्टेक्स एरर्स अब त्यो भन्दा नसुने थेतर हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ भेट्नै पर्छ.
कति देख्छु क्या अब कस्तो सिन भन्दा अब बजारमा हिँडिरहेको छ होइन, अब कोही बेला अलिकति त्यो अगाडि प्यारेन्ट्स र नानी हिँडिरहेको दङ्गै अब सिङमारी स्ट्यान्डिङ चाहिँ तर बाटासम्म दङ्गाइदिइरहेको छ, बुझिस झुन्डिदिइरहेको छ, तर पनि नगर अहिले कुनै के नगर न भयो त छोड्दैन, त्यो माने के छैन त्यसलाई त्यो नगर भनेर एकदियो भनेर सरी हुन्छ भन्ने हुन्छ नि त. मैले पनि नदङ्गाएको होइन, मैले मेरो प्यारेन्ट्सलाई कति दङ्गा गरेँ म कथा सुन्छु नि. अब बाटोमा लडीबडी गरेको अरे, तर बाटोमा लडीबडी गर्दा चाहिँ मलाई छोडेर हिँड्दै गरेँ नि त. त्यहाँ मैले कहिले त्यस्तो गरिनँ अरे, गरेको रहेछ त ब्रो. सो यु आर फर मी, यु आर फर इट ओभर है. अभिषेक तँलाई के जस्तो लाग्छ, भेट्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ? तँ चुप बसिस.
नो आई त फिल क्या इभन आइ एम लाइक भेटेर उठेको होइन, रिभर होइन. अब इफ यु डोन्ट गिभ डिरेक्सन होइन, अब इट जस्ट गो फ्लो वेयर इट फ्लो होइन. अब लाइक parents will give the direction initially. You don't know about shit about the world,
It is an important
July
aspect.
for direction,
Schoolमा-
July for the direction.
direction.
भयो अब यसको बारेमा जति भन्यो त्यही हो कि जस्तो अब
Needed.
it's needed.
I just imagine
Brother,
people
what
who
is
didn't, but like, I mean, I just imagine people who did not grew up without getting beaten. How are the people? I don't know. I've not met anyone.
तर अब ब्रो हाम्रो एज ग्रुपकोहरुले त धुलाई नभेटेको कोही छैन होला
होइन I know people कि धुला नभेटी हुर्केको मेरो एजकोहरू कस्तो हुन्छ भन् त प्यारेन्ट्सहरुको डरै हुँदैन तिनीहरुलाई त्यति प्यारेन्ट्सहरुको डरै हुँदैन त्यो कस्तो मुख लागिरहने अहिले पनि क्या मुख लागिरहने केमा पनि साथी जस्तो पाराले मुख लाग्छ नि त्यस्तो खालको टाइपको मान्छेहरु मैले भेटेको छु त्यस्तो हुन्छ र त हाम्रो फर्स्ट इयरमा कति धुलाई भेटेर हुर्केको एकदम मजाको छ केटा हैन
सबसे डरलाग्दो के भेट्थ्यो ब्रोलाई
उमर 55 का फिर भी दिल 55 का छैन हुन्छ हैन त्यस्तो हो नि
त till class 10 हेरेसम्म चाहिँ भेटेको
हैन मैले 7 8 हरु चाहिँ भेट्यो त्यहाँदेखि त
एक्ज्याक्ट अस्ति कलेज टाइममा पनि झन्डै भेट्दैको मैले त क्लास 9 was the last time I got shot by my dad class 9 was the last time त्यसको बाद चाहिँ
सर्ट भइदिए है तर स्कुलमा हिकाउँथ्यो यार डरलाग्दो हिकाउँथ्यो त्यो पेपर रोलको त्यो उद्देश्य थियो नि पेपर रोल अरे त्यो न्युजपेपर राख्ने रोलको कार्डको रोल त्यसले क्रिकेट ब्याट स्टम्प लेदर बेल्ट है फादर एलेक्सको हातै काप्ती थियो बेल्टहरु पनि छ नि डट्ठीहरु पनि छ नि
मेरो त सास अड्किरहेको छ नि हौ भेट्दिँदाखेरि
मैले भेटेको गुस्सीले भेटेको क्लास 6 मैले चाहिँ होइन घरमा दाजुको बाइक चाहिँ लगेर म चाहिँ स्कुल गएको थिएँ नि त क्लास 6 मा
क्लास 6 मा अब जस्ट इमेजिन क्लास 6 मा
खुट्टा भेट्थ्यो
घर आएर सिधै गुस्सी भेट्यो
अम्बु ब्रो साच्चै कि यो क्लास 7 मा हुँदा नि राति 8 बजे चाहिँ यहाँ मेरो घरको माथि आएको थियो बाइक लिएर जियोग्राफीको नोट्स लिने इट वाज रेनिङ क्लास 7
खुट्टा पुग्थ्यो त्यति बेला
त्यो R15 भर्जन 1 त सानै त हुन्छ
Okay, sort of, which is your favorite bike?
अहिलेको ब्रो
Like your bike, you're a bike lover, I know. So like, which is your favorite bike?
अहिले त मेरो BMW S1000 RR छ तीनटा छ मलाई मन पर्ने S1000 RR छ हो त्यहाँदेखि तेरो Kawasaki H2 R1 मन पर्छ
Vashista like favorite bike?
मेरो त BMW R90
Like okay, nice. And Isat, which bike say you?
Triumph
Which bike are you?
Triumph Bonneville.
But which one you're right now? Which one you're riding right now?
I'll the FC छ
FC.
मलाई मन पर्दैन
Streets of Bangalore, right?
अनि
मलाई चाहिँ I like. I don't know you. Okay, you might ridicule me, but I like this Continental GT.
Bro, come on, man.
किन रिडिकुल चाहिँ त्यसमा चाहिँ के छ नि ब्रो
Everyone is saying I know. Everyone is saying BMW and all that. I know.
त्यो त ब्रो त्यो त अफोर्डेबल भनिस भन्छ ब्रो
Yeah, but I really every time I see that bike, I'm like, PhD पैसा ले this is the bike I'm going to buy. Yeah.
कस्तो है Dr. Abhishek Roy Continentalमा
Just normal. Yeah, but like Royal Enfield is दामी bike बनाएको छ इन्डियामा like अब अरु त I don't know what त्यो
अहिले त तेरो यो Interceptor, Continental, Scram आएको छ Himalayan आएको छ
Himalayan is दामी हो
तर मलाई त्यो हेड लाइक द हेड स्ट्याटिक के मलाई कस्तो लाग्छ त्यो स्ट्याटिक हेड भएको कि
के चाहिँ ब्रो
बुझि छैन त्यो हिमालयनको हेड स्ट्याटिक हैन अब इट व्हेन यु डु दैट हैन द हेड लाइक अकॉर्डिङ त्यो चाहिँ मलाई झिजो लागेको मलाई चाहिँ आई डोन्ट नो त्यो डिजाइन चाहिँ
डिसओरिएन्टिङ भयो मलाई चाहिँ
नो डिसओरिएन्ट आई क्यान सी समवेयर सिमेट्री इज ल्याकिङ भन्छ कि त्यसो
तर द्याट चाहिँ भइरहेको छ
होइन त्यसको आई थिंक अझै त्यसलाई मोडिफाई गर्ने यो आई थिंक दिस इयर ओन्ली दे रिलिज व्हिच वन व्हिच हैज लाइक हेड व्हिच कैन रोटेट्स विथ दैट आई डोन्ट नो द त्यो विषय क्या त्यो वर्जनको नाम चाहिँ अस्ति मैले चेन्नईमा हेरेको थियो त्यो रोयल एनफिल्डको त्यो
Himalayan is coming up in new models
शोरूमको अगाडि
Human models all this. Continental निकाल्ने हो. के भन्दैछ bro? Vashista?
Okay, then let's talk now. Like, अर्को topic खोइ सौरभले सोधौँ भनेको त. Let him come.
त्यसको
Let's
अलिक
talk about
unstable छ. भन्न.
international relationship. Okay, did you talk about war in Ukraine, like in the podcast?
No, bro, we haven't covered that. We've been thinking of covering that, पनि. त्यसको कुरामा.
So was she like Swarup studied like international relations, you know, up in his master. So like compared to all of us, like he's like far better known. So let's talk about this one.
Ukraine,
let's talk
Russia.
about like first let's talk about the war in Ukraine, you know, and then let's talk about like geopolitics region near our Indian subcontinent, you know. And
war in Ukraine, though, bro, it's just because of the interest of one person, Putin, I know. Recently, as I'm following your war since the starting, I know. Before the war started, I was Ukraine, Russia, 2017 Crimea annex so I was very inquisitive about it, I know. So there's something called Nord Stream. What Nord Stream is, Jay?
The pipeline, you know.
The pipeline which supplies gas, that to cut the story short, Europe made majority gas comes from Russia, and the biggest consumer is Germany. So from Russia to Germany, the pipeline established seaway, Nord Stream, but to come through the mainland, it has to come through Ukraine. They charge around $3 billion per year just in service fee or transportation fee. And if there's no Ukraine, Russia will be saving $3 billion per year. So I guess it's motivated that way also. $3 billion is a very big sum even for an economy.
$3 billion?
$3 billion per year. That's quite a huge sum of money.
Yeah, oil is one of the primary reasons as to why Russia is trying to take back Ukraine. Because of oil, the kill dictate गर्छ. You control the price of oil, you're able to control the price of each and every commodity.
Chain reaction हुन्छ नि त्यो तेलको दाम बढ्यो जेको पनि दाम बढिहाल्छ किन because transportation fee चाहिन्छ domino effect.
अब अहिले त्यो war हुँदैछ हैन. How much do you think they've already spent on war?
I think it's close to $3 billion.
Millions and millions. Plus it's
what is the status of the war right now?
Donbas region, I think Russia haven't been able to capture Donbas region. The Ukraine has been.
No, I think they captured
Donbas.
The thing is like Russia was like wanted to go full on 360, I know, and that didn't work out. Okay, like not 360, sorry, top and east border they wanted to attack. It was not working out. Okay, so they left the Kyiv and all that, so they concentrated on the eastern part. Okay, so there's all this Donbas and region, and they have been like now. It's so saddening. Okay, but like
size of Russia and size of Ukraine. Ukraine is putting up a damn good fight. Plus, they are getting supplies from NATO and US. Main manpower, Ukraine hats off for holding Russia for so long, but not being toppled easily. They're putting up fights. I don't think the Russian soldiers also want to fight this war. This is unnecessary.
No. But I think Russian soldiers are committing a lot of war crimes. Okay, so there is an sentiment to fight war. Okay, in them. Like it's easy to brainwash a soldier's mind. Okay, compared to other people's mind. Okay.
War crime it just doesn't. No, but there's no one to report it. War crime.
How long do you think it's gonna last this war?
I have no idea, but
I don't think you can give an exact kind of timeline also because Ukraine being a small country, we thought
this NATO situation.
It's been Russia jealous by
if suppose Nepal if China says that we'll give you military assistance, okay, will India maneko?
मान्दैन नि
कहाँ मान्छ bro?
On the Ukraine, if NATO wants to give military assistance, Russia le mन्छ.
मान्दैन नि त्यही हो
Why त्यही त
अब त्यही हो नि it always good image नि
we India larger, okay, we will dictate the politics of Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh or whatever or Myanmar nearby, you know. We will like sphere of influence on some, right now. If China wants to come there, you know, we will oppose that, you know, for our security reasons, you know. You've seen like the China or like how they've been in Tibet, how they're treating Uyghurs, you know, and what their relation is with Taiwan, you know. Given that, we'll never allow them to influence our countries nearby, you know. The similar way, why would even Russia allow NATO to come in their borders, you know? Just like why is even NATO pushing?
NATO is just an organization. When you talk about India and China, these are two separate countries, and China has a issue of encroachment or security alert. But NATO, what threat does NATO pose to Russia?
But since Cold War, NATO was built to combat USSR right now. USSR, the main motto was the USSR. Main motto NATO to create NATO was to combat USSR. Okay, now the president is Russia, you know. Though they know the fear, but they can fear it's built in Russian, not the Russian government or this, that NATO is anti against in Cuban missile crisis. They can about whatever their Cold War time, you know, like this is like something we are scared of, like, you know, like we are scared of China, right? In a way, like we lost that war, right? So there are whenever we talk about China, our guns are up, right? You know, just Russia has that fear, you know. Like they can that whatever be it, you know, they'll fear it. Obviously, not fear also. They'll after defense, they'll raise the defenses. I know if you come nearby, if it even it's not there or not.
NATO is not going to provide any military assistance.
NATO is providing supplies.
Supplies. They are not providing soldiers.
US, I think US had deployed it's proxy warfare.
It is a proxy warfare. Point. It's fair enough, because you wouldn't want any other country's army coming and trying to protect a country that was a part of your country neither before. I know.
Okay. Like let's take example of Nepal and India. You know? So Nepal and like India, like we have similar culture, this and that. You know, you came up in similar culture and same. These are Slavic people, you know, Slavic people and these Russian people, like Slam. You know, Russian people. You can, but mostly Russian people. You know. And certainly, you consider like a brother-sister relation or brother-brother relation. Okay, if you want to go to NATO, you know, no matter what, Russia will not maneko, no. Suppose like if Nepal will build a relation with China, not with India, that India will not maneko, no. From that perspective, I was thinking,
that doesn't call for a full-fledged war,
No, but like कुनै diplomatic solution नै मानेको थिएन अब त्यो prime minister like they were not. This is the fault me they were not coming the failure of diplomatic this one.
This is a diplomatic
failure. Diplomatic failure, you know. Diplomatic failure, you know. And
at the end of the day,
at the last one, bichara, only innocent people are dying.
Comes to money, I feel. It all comes to money.
Of course. But it all comes down to money. That is the reason why Russia.
Not money also. It's like not money also, like pride. Okay, that they have this like the Soviet pride. Okay, that Soviet.
Soviet pride to hurt Pakistan त किनभने USSR जब dissolve भएको थियो त्यति बेला अब these people they grew up around grew up about listening to stories about how old is Putin?
Grew up.
How old is Putin?
Grew up
50-60 हैन they grew up
USSR न
त्यति बेला अन्त
हेलो
त्यही त अब देखेको हो नि त आफ्नै आँखाले देखेको हो नि त अब त्यत्रो ठुलो स्टेट
1994 हुँदाखेरि हैन अब 1990 कहिले 2000s मा 2000 in the year of 2000 it got dissolved. Putin was a part of
KGP
USSR,
official थियो।
KGP को leader, KGP. So in their eyes, they
KGP
saw it
हो।
dissolve, right now, that
त्यही त
KGP ko
अब
time.
त्यो एक प्रकारको प्राइड हर्ट
And
भएकै
just
हो।
like that, in Russia, one of the leaders, right now, leaders, he's one of the
Army officer,
descendant
KGB operative, अब he's dealt in every field, every rank.
Okay,
in
I
the-
think Lenin ko mother, okay, Lenin ko mother or someone is Ukrainian, मतलब from Ukraine. अब त्यति त connection दिया भएन, अब I don't know.
cultural
I
rituals
think
are similar, very similar अब
very similar अब and अब त्यही भएको अब because of that हैन अब see which country got affected. Sri Lanka got affected of which is now I feels bad हैन but like that country got the most affected of this war अब कहाँ हुँदैछ अरू कहाँ affect हुनेछ अब Pakistan is on that road अरे to become Sri Lanka.
Pakistan it's things are going really bad, man. People are buying cars to keep as assets because Pakistani rupees को चाहिँ यस्तो डाक्दो value घटिसक्यो कि petrol has gone up to 200. Oh, अन्त Pakistan it's such a crazy kind of a thing कि people are buying cars and super bikes to keep as assets. Value increase हुँदो रहेछ exponentially.
This one, what happened in Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka, the complete economic disaster. The country is collapsing. Now there's like questioning Sri Lanka exists or not, will exist or not. That Pakistan is also going that route. I was reading the article. It's on route to become like Sri Lanka, next Sri Lanka.
It is.
See, where is war happening? Where is it's affecting?
तेरो डेट चाहिँ डेट ट्र्याप जस्तै हो नि तेरो ल्यान्ड कति अक्युपाई गरिसकेको छ
Debt trap. I think only Bangladesh has been able to do well despite the debt trap. Their GDP is pretty good.
Bro, Bangladeshको GDP त higher than India थियो last 2 years मा.
It is still.
It is still होला है.
What about India? How is the war affecting India?
That part I've not like.
See, India follows this principle of non-alignment. Yeah.
India त दुधभात हो नि दुधभात हो भन्ने पर्यो नि किनभने
because Russian
टाइ छ US सित पनि डिप्लोमेटिक टाइ छ अब युरोप भरि पनि अब एउटा इमेज मेन्टेन गर्नु पर्यो तिमीहरु जे गर्छस् गर अनि चुपचाप दुधभात
no
India hit an all-time low of your 77 point something for a dollar, so
the supply chain is getting disrupted. Supply chain is getting disrupted slowly. For cars पनि it's taking a huge time for people. The waiting period is huge. किनभने supply chain मा disruption छ हो अरु कुराहरुमा पनि मेन चाहिँ हिट चाहिँ नि इन्डियाले supply chain र पेट्रोलियममै गरेको छ खास भन्नु हो भने चाहिँ
पेट्रोलियममा त पुरै तेरो साउदीले रिलिज गरेको छैन रसियाबाट आएको छैन
petroleum को price increase भएको has it got something to do with the war?
Must be partly.
मैले लास्ट सुन्दाखेरि चाहिँ साउदी वर रिलिजिङ लेस oil क्या जति उनीहरुले सप्लाई गर्दै थियो त्यति चाहिँ गर्नु मानेको छैन अरे अहिले that's why supply code भएर चाहिँ तेरो यहाँ प्राइस बढेको अरे
I think they want to supply to US. I think most probably.
Primary buyer to उनीहरुको USA हो and US does not utilize their reserve oil. Yeah, they keep buying oil and they keep utilizing it. Yeah, उनीहरुको main motive is like much ahead of time. When ultimately oil runs out from Gulf countries, that time US will be the primary oil provider. That's their main motive. That's why they don't use the oil from their reserves. They keep buying from Gulf countries and the Gulf countries ma war inside garyo war ja inside garyo त्यहाँ त अझै extra petroleum use हुन्छ हैन they'll be using their own petroleum so the Gulf के petroleum त चलाउँछ हैन त्यो गर्दा अब they are trying to exploit that field नि तेरो भेनेजुएला मा हेर्न भेनेजुएला यस्तो डरलाग्दो oil तर US sanctions ले गर्दाखेरि भेनेजुएला cannot sell oil only.
Then the US is thinking like 100, 200, 300, 400 years ahead of that time.
Bro, because oil.
But that's like according to me,
that's the world ultimately.
But that's going to change. which I feel, okay, this is my personal electric, it'll be, everything's going to be electric.
Everything is will be electric. Coming to that point, there your country, I forgot the country's name, or Africa, right now. Africa, there's a lot of, not lithium, bro, cobalt chains,
cobalt and lithium.
Cobalt and lithium is required, and lithium and the batteries, but cobalt is also required for making microchips and processors. Cobalt mining, China is spearheading that.
Yeah,
China
because they want to be on the top.
There's only one miner, cobalt miner.
So it's like truly, then does that mean it's not like truly renewable source of sustainable? I
don't think so, bro.
I say the green revolution was supposed to be sustainable with the best interest of Earth, Earth preserve, environment preserve, motive le but once it'll become, once it gets capitalized, it comes back to the same thing. It's like again petroleum just stays up.
Cobalt हराउँदै गयो भने चाहिँ
त्यही त भनेको चाइनाले चाहिँ स्पियरहेड गर्दैछ. China as a company, and they are buying all these cobalt mines, and they are mining that, and they are selling it to a Chinese company which makes electric cars. And the monopoly is just the market for cobalt. And that means China will have a capital hand. It depends on China. It comes full circle now.
China is trying its level best. Some US compete. It's trying its level best. No, bro.
So this one I was last time thinking the world order, okay, the world order, okay. So first, the world order was with Spanish people, okay, Spanish and this people. I don't know, Dutch people. Dutch people had the world order, okay. In that time, no, before that, what Dutch people had that world order, right now. They were like their currency was on the top and blah blah blah, all that goes Mati. Then comes UK, UK, but like this British Empire, After British Empire comes, the next one was the this US. After the World War II, talk US took, next, I don't know what happened. China is going to take over. I'll send the document. It's like 1 hour document. The world changing world order. Explain how like capitalism and all that. Okay, or like from he give examples since like civilization or like like Indian civilization and all how a world changing order on the So industrial revolution. They were the one with guns and all that. No? But yet they could not guns and this and blah blah. Industrial revolution. It's so hard. That's all because of industrial revolution. They were like able to
So hard. Well, let's skip to the good part.
Intense.
But yet, but after World War II, the global power US took UK didn't take They lost India, they lost everything. They became they lost the World War, but the UK they lost the war. They lost everything in the war, no?
The reason they left India was because they couldn't afford it. They simply couldn't afford to run another country, and because they needed funds for the war.
Yeah, so they lost the war ruined them. They could have been the world order. UK would have been with that, but they lost everything.
When it comes to Indian freedom,
Queen still alive,
90 plus.
Yeah, when you have money, you can be alive, man. Extreme health
comes back to the same thing. Money isn't everything.
Go tell them
this is that Robert. What is the name? That book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. What is that guy's name?
Robert something. Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, something like so. The rich people infiltrated the education system, and put all these notions, like money is not important and all that, so that you all don't become rich, so the poor will stay poor. Yeah, it is true. What do you think? Economics is not a compulsory subject. Commerce is not a compulsory subject. Why? A person can know about the everything about everything about history. Okay, he'll know about Akbar, Birbal, blah blah blah. He'll know about science, this and blah blah blah. He'll not know how to calculate tax properly. He will not know how to how money runs. Okay, what runs the world. Okay, the main thing he doesn't know. Why?
यस्तो सबै
Why?
amalgamate गरेर एउटा फाइनान्स भनेर सब्जेक्ट हाल्दियो भने for maybe 2 years 3
एउटा
years
फाइनान्स भएको सब्जेक्ट भएको एउटा फाइनान्स भएको सब्जेक्ट हैन, which taught you about how to make money, how
money
to play around with
management
money.
basically money
management हैन, money management of that money management हैन, how do countries store their reserves हैन, what is the bank को money, what is the role of RBI हैन, what is the role of this stock market हैन, what is the role of अब those things are पढाइ हामीलाई
mutual fund investment
what is mutual fund
पढाइदियो भने अब
म्याथ्स म के स्मल क्या कम्पाउन्ड इन्ट्रेस्ट सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्ट त्यसले चाहिँ भइहाल्छ होला क्या त्यसले चाहिँ है डल्लै यु बिकम रिच होला नि है कम्पाउन्ड इन्ट्रेस्ट सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्ट त्यति
फर्स्टमा I said no, they teach us so much, but they don't teach us how money works, how to make money,
how to live life, how to live life.
I don't know. We'll have something to take away also in here.
Not only take away, bichara, those who do not want to really stick and study and all that, they'll at least know how to live life, no?
So about golfहरू भयो हैन, so let's talk about since we posted that you're a physicist, from our place, which is a proud matter for us also and the region and Darjeeling in general also. So yahaबाट चाहिँ not many people have been to IIT, and you have been to IIT, you have been there, you've studied there, and then you've come out of there and you're doing other things in life. So just wanted to ask you क्या अब किनभने धेरै मान्छे भेटेको छैन नि त IIT को, धेरै त के, I think you're the first one I'm meeting, होइन first one then second होला, but how was life in IIT for you, bro? Is it like how they show it in movies, or
first, like it's not like it's the way it's shown in movies, no, one thing in like IIT, my experience, other people can have different experience. Okay, it's like it's very stressful. Okay, number one, I'll tell you, it's very very stressful. Yeah, like it's like market course, and like it's like this constant like number of courses you're having, okay, and exams you're giving, okay, and like it becomes extremely stressful. Okay, like that is one thing you can learn. Okay, after the degree is okay, you get the degrees, like at least whatever you might not learn whatever you want to learn, okay, but one thing you're sure going to learn is how to manage stress. Like I don't know, that's it, like some that I don't know, it's a drawback or it's a good thing, okay, because you've gone there to learn, okay, not to be feel stressed, okay. But somehow, but it was an extremely like a wonderful experience, okay. And the thing is, like we enjoyed a lot also, okay. Like we had some of like the best, like every 1 month, okay, we had a like DJ party, something like that, okay. Like something like dancing,
stress buster,
okay, and yeah, stress busters and all that were there a lot in IIT, okay, and yeah, it was like I would say like. I have mixed feelings, okay, but I do feel like it was quite a productive time of my life, and like a lot of not productive, also like a lot of learning, learning new.
Are you proud that you've been to IIT, right? You have that.
Yeah. When like the first initial days, like first month or like you're there, okay, then you feel like the proud and all that, okay, but after you get like accustomed, okay, and like the
and
like,
how is the infrastructure
during that time, how many hours a day were you like studying?
Oh, how many hours a day? As opposed to what people think, okay, outside IIT, okay, we do not like people do not study 24/7 out there, okay. People like manage time, okay, and like there are class of people, okay, who study very much, who don't study at all, okay. So I was like in between, who studied also and like who didn't study at all. So I would say like I would spend like in number of hours I don't know, but like I did study. I did study a lot. Like I had to study a lot. It's like you'll get once you start getting back. I know like and okay, one thing is like it's like damn humbling. Some of the best guys in the country come, I know, or a batch mobiles and some of the country, and like everyone is like the topper of their place and all that, I know, like brilliant, After you come out, then no, it's a humbling experience, yeah. Because the first exam we had, okay, almost everyone failed. Yeah, the first test which we had.
Ground zero मा ल्याइदिएको थियो
So like,
चाहिँ।
yeah, but like, so it's a humbling, yeah. No matter wherever you come from, yeah, you can like, you're still there's infinite knowledge around, and you still like need to learn so much.
You did your masters from IIT, eh?
Yeah.
Masters. So 2 years must have been a nice experience.
Yeah. Thank God it was not in pandemic. It was before pandemic, yeah. So it was all offline.
It's a proud thing for Darjeeling as a whole. Because अब यहाँनिर मान्छेलाई थाहा छैन अब धेरै
Yeah, we didn't like
you are there in Penang, है?
Yeah, Penang भनेको थियो. I was I don't know. I think Penang was also there. Yeah, classmate, but I have not stayed in touch after.
I think so. He got through IIT for masters. Just like I think so that guy. So see, there are not many people.
Plus, अहिले तो जहाँ छ Indian Institute of Science, I don't think I haven't heard anyone from Darjeeling speaking about being in Indian Institute of Science.
Yeah, one thing I'm proud, okay, more than IIT like that. I'm in Indian Institute of Science, because like it's science, okay. It's like more of technology science, and it's like India ko best place. Like there's nowhere which can go higher than IISc. And I feel extremely like not proud, okay. I'm like I feel like privileged and humbled, okay, that I got an opportunity to do like.
And it is a matter to be proud of, man. It is a matter.
No, not even proud. Like the privilege, like very few people get this opportunity, you know, and like and
Institute of Science,
that's a
exclusive. It's a very exclusive place. Not everyone can get admission there. But selective factor.
Not even admission. Not even
selective
anyone
factor
can enter.
Selective factor.
Tell us a little bit about what you're working on right now.
Right now, okay. So in my masters, I work in like things like Blackhole and all that. Not worked also. I like studied those structures, okay. But then I decided like after my masters, like I would like to change my research field, okay. After my masters also for a year, I worked on those areas, okay. But currently, I'm working on something called quantum information, okay. Like there's something called before even that explaining, you know, let's explain like I would like to explain what's general relativity, you know, and what is like since the audience is quite general, you know, so let's talk about like general relativity, you know, and I'll talk about quantum mechanics, okay. So like Abu Vashista and Swarup like was to come to Swarup level, you know, and try to, if I'm able to explain it to Swarup, you know, then yeah, that would be job done, you know. So like the normal day-to-day mechanics which happens, okay, normal day-to-day mechanics which was like almost discovered like 400 years back, okay, by time of Galileo, Newton, and all that, okay, like the normal things, okay, which happen is like governed by Newton's laws and all that, okay. But it was later again refined in terms of other the same thing, but written in terms of like, you know, Hamiltonian and all that. These are less like terms, okay, which we can describe the things which are happening around us, okay, like a ball moving, you know, or an object moving, a car moving, something accelerating, and all this kind of this comes under like mechanics, okay, mechanics of like everyday stuff, okay, and it's like extremely we know it very precisely, okay, and it works from all these Newton's laws and all that, okay. There are many more laws to that, but essentially it's just Newton's laws, okay, and more refinement of that laws, like in much more better language and the mathematics in it. But in the turn of last century, like in the 1905 and all that, they discovered, okay, like if you go very, very small, okay, like if you just this is just an object, okay, like we can describe exactly how it works, its motion and all that, very, very with great precision, okay. But if you go very, very small, okay, if you go to the level of atom and all that, the laws which work in this frame, okay, the laws which will work, if you try to use that same mathematical framework to try to describe them, I know it does not work out. It does not work out, okay. It totally does not work out, okay. And it's like experimentally, okay? And a lot of experiment was done that, and we're trying to explain all those experiments using the laws and rules which we have developed for everyday day-to-day life thing, you know. So a new sort of laws were developed, okay, to explain the things which were happening in the region of atoms and all that, okay. So that law was quantum mechanics, okay. The name was given as quantum mechanics. Quantum is like it becomes things becomes, when we go to smaller level, they become discrete, okay, like which it looks very smooth right now, yeah, this looks like very smooth and all that. When you go to very atomic level, everything becomes discrete, okay. So that name was quanta, okay, the quanta thing, and that they wanted to understand all those region, okay. So that the whole framework was developed known as quantum mechanics, okay. So that was like what's quantum mechanics, okay, you can think of. Other development around that time, okay, this was done by many people, okay, like almost like you could say like a group of people, okay, working, okay, and like a collective effort, okay, of experimentalists and theorists, okay, trying to understand this phenomenon which was occurring at that level, and that name was quantum mechanics, okay. And at that time, okay, another uh, development was happening around that time, and it was just led by one man, okay, just one man, and by Albert Einstein, okay. So what since like it's like, suppose any object, okay, like any object you see, okay, like matchstick or this one, okay, every object has a gravitational force, okay, among them, okay, so they attract each other. So Newton had given a very precise formula, okay, to compute this gravitational force, you know. So he gave in terms of force and all that, okay, force and all that. This just he postulated there's something called force between them, and they attract each other, right now. But Einstein at that time he was thinking, okay, but why is this force? You have to force is why it's that force is happening right now. So it took him almost 10 years, okay, 10 years of hard work, okay, 10 years, like 10 years of really thinking and all that, okay. He came up with this theory, okay. It's called the name is actually a name should be given. The name should be a general theory of gravity, okay. But his given name is general theory of relativity, okay. So people think it's something very obscure and all that, but it's just like the theory of gravity, okay. So what he explained, that the gravity which an object has is not because like there's some force and all that, but it bends, okay. There's something called space, okay, space and time, okay. So it actually bends the space and time around it, okay. And the consequence of bending of that space time, there is actually gravitational force. So actually, what in a very layman, if you take a which is explained, okay, if you take a like a space time to be a fabric, you know, fabric, like fabric space, and there is time, you know. So if you put a heavy object, okay, it bends around it, okay. So an object which is nearby will just get pulled toward it. So what actually fundamentally happens is like an object which has mass, okay, affects time, like the most thing is like space is bending, no one has problem, okay, but the time is something which everyone had problem, you know. How can time, something which is so absolute, you know, can change from place to place, okay, and from person to person, okay. That was like Einstein's greatest insight, okay. And till date, okay, his theory is not at all uh, tested to be wrong. Like it's completely has passed all the tests, okay, and it's like one of the most precise theories that have been ever like written by a human being. Yeah, so it's that precise. That's called general theory of relativity, okay. And general theory of relativity also predicts, okay, something called black holes, okay. Black holes are something like a very densely the Buddhists and Himalaya are like, you're not questioning. So I'm doing the adjusting. Okay, black hole is something, okay. If you keep on adding, so I said you be objects attracting. If they keep on attracting, it becomes so dense at the time, okay. Even now, light cannot even escape that, okay, and so that forms a black hole. So it collapses, the whole structure collapses on itself, okay, and it becomes a black object. So because nothing can come out of it, yeah. And in this universe, it turns out that nothing can move faster than the speed of light, okay. If light is not coming out, so anything cannot come out, okay.
So question,
okay, now the question is
black hole is something that is a mass that has collapsed and it keeps pulling.
It's so dense, like it's so dense, nothing can come out. The gravitational force is so high, it can come, nothing can come out of it.
Light, say, when it goes into the black hole, what happens to that light? Yeah, what happens to the photon particles, electron particles? What happens?
Exactly. So the question is, what is inside black? We do not know. Okay. So we do not know what happens inside the black holes. Okay. So it becomes like a black thing. Okay. I would like to explain. Okay. When people try to understand Einstein's theory and quantum mechanics, okay, they are quite one is like a very two different theories, okay, like the way the framework works, okay, mathematics of the both things works, and it's quite different, okay. But when they try to put together, this was done by Hawking, okay, when they try to put and they try to analyze if quantum mechanics around black holes, they found that black holes are not actually black, okay, so they'll be emitting some particles, okay. That's called that was discovered by Hawking, okay. So and the name was also given as Hawking, okay. So it's called Hawking radiation. Okay. What happens is a black hole starts eating. Okay. So we don't know exactly what goes and happens. Out there, it becomes like some densely particle. Okay. What happens to that? It's just that information stored in the form of mass. Okay, the light ko mass, whatever is that, light is a massless particle, but like, it has some momentum. So if it goes to the black hole, it will be stored in somewhere, some information of the black hole is stored. Okay, so it's like some information which was there in light is still stored, some like something called momentum and all that. Okay, and mass and all that will be stored out there. Okay, but the funny thing is like when this particle which Hawking discovered, okay, like it radiates, the black hole site starts shrinking, okay, okay. And one part of the particle goes inside the black hole, one comes outside, okay. And in the end, okay, what is left is just one part of the radiation is left, okay, and one part is completely gone. So there's this famous this black hole information problem. Is it that once something goes inside a black hole, is it forever gone or not? So this is essentially, okay. Does it delete the whole universe? So this is like the famous Hawking's paradox. It's called the black hole information paradox. Okay, people has like recently, like 2-3 years, okay, like after so long of working, okay, they found out that there is actually no information loss, that black holes do not eat everything, okay, and engulf, okay, but it's extremely complicated mathematics. But they found that maybe yes, there's no information loss happening here.
You guys watch this Marvel movies?
Yeah.
एउटा यो इन्फिनिटी वॉर कि केसमा चाहिँ the Ant-Man चाहिँ it gets shrunk, it goes into this realm. यहाँ चाहिँ अब what he described was बाहिर 5 years बितिसक्यो तर inside the realm चाहिँ it was just a few minutes. So what is it like that time works differently?
Yeah. So if you like, we have clocks, okay. We have extremely precise clocks, okay. Like only 1 second is 1 second. Now it can go to almost 10 to the power minus 12 seconds. Matlab 0.0000001 seconds. So picoseconds level somehow we can measure, okay. Instruments which can measure time. The funny thing is, if you keep the instrument in the bottom, in the bottom of the table, and you keep one instrument above, the lower clock will be working slower. The upper will be working faster. But the faster like that precise second.
Second.
Going inside a black hole, precise 0.0001, which is does not at all affect us. Okay. So if you go to a very object which is very dense, so you will be aging slowly. So if someone is there in the space, okay, he will be aging faster, okay, but I'll be aging slower. So this is like extremely tested theory. Like it's tested that gravity affects time.
Right.
And time, and exactly time, okay, is like, what is time? Okay, that later but it affects time. Like so if you go around a black hole, like if you saw the movie Interstellar, that's actually correct. Okay, the mathematics is calculated and all that. If you spend like 1 year out there, it'll be like for us 55 years or something, like for that. One person spends 1 year. Yeah. If you stay out there near the black hole,
So we're living on Earth, so our average lifespan is around 80 years. So if we start living in Jupiter, that means our life will go alik basi. We might live 100 years.
Yeah, but compared to the people around here, compared, no, it will be too early that you will be living not Jupiter gravity, like you need extremely high gravity, okay, extremely dense object, to make that time lapse to be like noticeable time lapse, like black holes and around you go, no, it'll be noticeable, okay. But with relative to the person who is living in this one Earth, you'll be living more. But if you take someone, if we go together, if we do not see that Earth, which very far right now, we'll be living that same life. For us, that 55 years will be 55 years only. For us, that 1 second, okay, is 1 second only. But compared to the Earth's 1 second, it'll be like more over 1 second. Yeah.
So like if we come back from their gen, it'll be like people here are
Yeah. We'll dead and gone and all that. Okay, but we'll be there. But you will be living that same trajectory. That 55 years. Okay, you will be living. But in compared to others, you might have chito moryo. Tima चाहिँ अलिकति ढिलो थियो. But for तिमी आफ्नो फ्रेम हेर्यो भने चाहिँ you live that same amount of time. Yeah.
Same.
So that's that relativity.
Relative.
It's all relative. It's all relative.
With respect to this and this, the difference is there. तर अब individually हेर्यो भने चाहिँ is the same amount of time. Okay. है अब अहिले ब्रो तर मलाई I've always been intrigued by space कि अन्त अब नाइट स्काई अब हेर्यो हैन just astounding, yeah, the size of the universe.
Yeah. It's like extremely huge, like it's like damn humbling, yeah. And like people say that this universe is made for us. Earth is for us, like we have a purpose in life and all that. If you see the universe, there's no actually.
The universe will guide you. The universe will do esto. Universe doesn't give shit. Universe does not even know that you exist.
What's the difference between a black hole and a wormhole? Kinabhane wormhole chain is supposed to be a portal for another universe.
So this was one of the questions that I had been asked also to Instagram. So he asked the same thing. So let's go.
Black hole is something which we extremely know. Okay, like it's precise. We have tested it. We have imaged it. Okay, we know it exists. Okay, so but one of the theoretical predictions of that if you just play around with the equations of Einstein's equation. So one is like something called wormhole. Okay, so there are two different spaces. Okay, and the universe which is working is in 4 dimension. Okay, 4 dimension space, time, and this one. So you can warp it around. Like I said that space time can be warped around. So it's possible if you play that one region can be connected with another region, okay, through some short path, okay, that could be through via a wormhole, yeah. So so suddenly there's a shortcut between
Einstein-Rosen bridge.
Yeah, it's called Einstein-Rosen bridge after the two people. Yeah, Einstein-Rosen bridge. Okay, talking yaबाट गयो भने you sit down निस्किन सक्छ. So shortcut between two. But it's just a theoretical like theoretical expectation, okay, but no one has like found out that, okay. Because black hole was also a theoretical expectation. Okay.
I had seen the sketches.
It came out through the.
I was pretty fascinated by त्यो black hole predict गर्ने र अब जुन पाराले predict गरेको थियो अन्त जुन पाराले sketch बनाएको थियो नि, that sketch actually kind of matches the image which was recently taken नि. त्यो चाहिँ मलाई लाइक आम्बो भइदियो क्या त्यो चाहिँ किनभने अब
this is like
according to
this is like of human beings human beings like one of the most successful endeavor is to understand universe in a mathematical way. So if you go very deeply, the universe is actually written in the language of mathematics. If you go and try to describe universe, it's written in the language of mathematics. If you say God or something, blah blah blah, it's written in the language of mathematics, and we human beings can understand that language. We have understand the tools and techniques, and that we are just using the tools and techniques, maths tools and techniques, and we're just like playing around, and it turns out that it works like that.
Right.
Like Vashista was asking some question.
Yeah. Like, so do you think there are like extraterrestrial beings?
Yeah, that's like
absolutely.
We're just small.
Bro,
it's the same biology, If you give that same cells and chemicals, and if you give the same same conditions, okay, they'll evolve to be again that same thing. So there could be like infinite solar systems around this planet. Not infinite, like so much we do not even know.
Infinite,
like, one right.
Just because
even one planet, okay.
अब फेरि त्यो हामी observable universe को कुरा गर्छ नि, that observable universe को त अब it's कति millions and billions light years away हो. So even if we see through a telescope and we receive that light is त्यति नै वर्ष पुरानो नि त it's like we are looking at their past क्या and we don't know what's happening right now क्या अब what's happening right now त्यो चाहिँ अब 50 million light years away whatever the amount of light years far it is त्यति नै टाइम बाद मात्रै चाल पाउँछ नि त so
we are restricted we are somehow confined क्या
confined restricted the distance is त्यस्तो ठुलो कि अब you cannot अब image
ठुलो छ क्या
image गर्न सक्दैन त्यसलाई I guess त्यो Voyager ले लिएको Voyager कुनै कति is the farthest human creation
across Pluto
outside it crossed Pluto हैन अब त्यसले लिएको एउटा photo was very fascinating
that is like
it's like एउटा
we were born
so is it like
हामी त जन्मिनु अगाडि त्यो त्यति बेला they were sent and recently it crossed मतलब कति just to go to Pluto okay just to go to Pluto यति टाइम लाग्यो
25 years it has taken to reach Pluto that is just the end of our solar system हैन अब to reach the end of the observable universe bro plus it's just observable universe
no just to cross just to go to the just to go to the center of okay go to the next star only it will be impossible the next star
we will never find out about extraterrestrial that means in our generation
no because we are building a lot of good telescopes and all that, like this James Webb and all that, and we are one of the astronomers do is like they look at other solar systems, other star systems, okay, and they could find signatures of like life, like extraterrestrial life. They can find signatures. Like if you see Earth from very far, okay, what would be the reason that it could have life? Like it's blue in color, it has a lot of water in it, nitrogen, this and the chemical analysis, so if those are indication of that this planet might have some biological processes happening, okay. The ecosystem is having some biological processes happening.
Biologically, it could work differently in that space.
It will
be differently. Not require water or
like how we consume oxygen. But oxygen. They could breathe in like different gas.
Yeah. But I think most probably the best like efficient cycle is like using oxygen. But like, yeah, there could be other like. अब थाहा पनि त्यति त मलाई बायो त्यति त केमिस्ट्री त
oxidation reduction को लागि त oxygen is required so the most applicable नभए अब हुन्छ नि useful
they might not require oxygen no they might require carbon dioxide they might require helium for that matter
I have to believe that extraterrestrial somewhere out there. It's true.
I want to see it.
We don't know about
but I feel like that Avatar they made the Avatar movie they made त्यो चाहिँ दामी बनाएको थियो क्या extraterrestrial life है depiction Avatar the second part is also coming right something water something
Avatar त त्यो उयो हैन हिन्दी movie
पुरानो
छ त पहिला त्यो ठाकुरको अवतार ठाकुर तर इभन आई बिलिभ एक्स्ट्राटेरेस्ट्रियल लाइफमा चाहिँ फिजिक्सको तैँले एक्सप्लेन गरेको चाहिँ माइट हेभ बिन अ रनवे एट द्याट टाइम कि तर एक्स्ट्राटेरेस्ट्रियल चाहिँ साँच्ची एक्स्ट्राटेरेस्ट्रियल एज इन वाट एलियन्स त होइन
any life form
about
bacteria it could be a bacteria it could be a
bacteria
it could be
any organism
basically whatever is foreign to this world is alien yeah
but I'm talking about हामी जस्तो aliens can like who can think who can like act
which can think that is like interesting
intelligence it's something we've been blessed with humans
So low. I'm pretty like confident in my thought.
Both thoughts are equally chilling and equally disturbing. You are alone in the universe.
The sign, but like
but you are not alone.
Like this, but the like 400 years back, even you couldn't even question this like things. Okay, like science has given so much tools to just like explore. I'm like religion has been there around so long. I know so many things have been so around long, but they have that role. But like what science has given, like that telescope towards giving a better perspective. Like it's kind of humbling, right?
Putting things into perspective, right? So we've got very
It's been a long night.
this was a long night. We've got only 2 minutes left for our Zoom session. So I guess
So I guess
we'll call it a day.
to talk with him for a long time, we need one more session in sometime later on. Yeah. To just talk about space and
Exclusively physics, space, यस्तो कुराहरू हैन. This was a nice catching up session and physics ko
we should talk other stuff also, like like this general. Yeah, we didn't discover. We didn't talk about this one. International relations and all that. Deeply, we can talk about. Yeah,
difficult to fit in
politics
everything.
is something. Yeah. Politics is something like I've like recently got interested in. Okay, like not in that doing politics. I'm like understanding like the political architecture of this universe.
Interesting topic. You have to cover it. It's a long topic.
One podcast is very short. People say
Yeah.
1 hour long podcast or 1 hour conversation is you can't cover many topics.
Yeah, but we can do many sessions now.
त्यही भनेको क्या त्यही भनेको नि अब session wise गर्नु पर्यो.
I think so. This part covered the questions that were asked on Instagram also. Mero part they cover, it explained it covered most of the things. So next time I think so. I'd want to delve deeper into space. Yeah, Bairoko. So like
interesting.
You might have an idea, you might not have an idea. Together we will learn,
Discussion is मजा पनि भन्ने भयो नि. It's a fun discussion. So okay then we'll be wrapping episode 6. I know.
How long will this become?
Soon, bro. Don't know. No more edit गरेर.
Go. When is going this? When is it going up?
Edit गरेर.
This part is going to get cut, right? This all this small talk.
जान्छ नि bro. End दिएको नि. We are signing off from Boli Chali episode 6. Roy, been a pleasure, man.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, my brother.
See you, folks. Good night.
Good night. No, okay, guys. Good night. See you soon.
Good night, bro. Thank you for coming up.